We'll start today by finding a comfortable seat on the mat. Be sure to pull the flesh away from your sit bones so that you're starting with a nice, stable foundation. Draw the navel in towards your spine and allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Imagine creating a space between each of the vertebrae. Bring your shoulder blades together and down the back, and then place the hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. And just begin to become aware of your breath, allowing it to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to bring the breath into balance by making your inhale the same length as your exhale. And if that's something that you're very comfortable with, you can also work on making the volume of air equal on your inhale and your exhale. With each inhale, allow the spine to grow tall. As you exhale, keep the length in the spine, but just begin to allow your body to soften. Relax your jaw, relax the shoulders. As you sit and breathe, I'm going to read a poem from Mother Teresa called Anyway. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you've got anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it's between you and your God. It was never between you and them anyway. So I really liked that poem because it encourages us to stay our true selves. And that's something we talk about a lot in yoga, how the world sort of, just being in the world sometimes causes us to start to put armor on and build a shield around us to protect us. And yoga helps to remove that shield, or remove the armor, so that we can get back to our true self without all of the influences of everything and everyone. And it's true, what she says in her poem. If you are happy, there are going to be a lot of people that it just doesn't sit well with them. And that energy is contagious. So if they're bringing you down, then you in turn will bring others down. So be happy anyway, because if you can still be happy, that energy will be contagious as well. Try not to worry so much about what others think. So let's bring the hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the 3rd exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the third time together, inhale. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. So we're going to start today with a neck warm-up. So you'll take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to turn that head to look to your left. As you inhale, come back to center. And on the next exhale, you'll turn that head to look to the right. Inhale, back to center. Continue moving, just turning that head from side to side, letting your balanced breath guide you. The next time the head comes back to center, pause there. Root down through the sit bones, inhale, grow tall. And then as you exhale, you're going to lower your left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, back up and continue moving with the breath once again. Remember, there's no need to rush. The next time the head comes back to neutral, you can pause there. Bring your arms by your sides. As you inhale, they come up overhead. And then as you exhale, the arms come back down by your sides. You want to keep a nice, tall spine. And if for any reason lifting and lowering the arms causes you pain, then you can just skip the arm raises and focus on the breath. The next time those arms come up overhead, allow the palms to come together to touch. And then as you exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Bring your arms out like a T. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and down the back. As you exhale, draw the palms and the arms together. Inhale, shoulder blades come together. Exhale, palms come together to touch. 3 more. When you finish, you can bring those hands to your hearts. Come back to the balanced breath if it's gotten away from you, and bring your left arm by your side. Reach the right fingertips towards the sky, and as you exhale, you'll begin to tip to the left. You can walk the fingertips out, you could bend the elbow, but make sure both sit bones are staying rooted to the earth. Bow out those right ribs and breathe. Slowly bring yourself up. You can place the right hand by your side. Left fingertips reach towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to tip to the right, this time bowing out those left ribs. Slowly bring yourself back up. As you inhale, the arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, you're going to hinge forward from the hips, so we're not bending the back. And I want you to think about leading with the chest instead of the head. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you can't fold any further, and you can bring those hands down to the ground. As you inhale, create length in your spine. And as you exhale, maybe you can walk those hands out a little bit more. Inhale, create length. Exhale, hinge. Slowly walk the hands back towards the body. You can reverse your leg across of the legs. It'll feel a little funny at first. You can readjust those sit bones. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Lead with the chest. When you reach your maximum fold, bring those hands down to the ground. Then as you inhale, create length in your spine. As you exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, create length. Exhale, fold. Slowly walk the hands back towards the body, coming to a seated position. So we're going to do a position now with the arms, eagle pose. And eagle pose does have a portion for the legs, but we're just going to focus on the arms. Eagle pose, Garudasana. So what you'll do is you'll extend your arms out straight. I call these zombie arms. Cross your right arm over the left as high up as you can. Then bend your elbows. So for some of us, the backs of the hands will touch. Some of us will be able to bring that left hand around one more time, so the palms touch. Either way is fine. Start to bring the fingertips up towards the sky, and then you're going to point those fingertips to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Breathe here. Start to bring the hands back in towards your face. Lower them away from the ceiling, and then carefully unwind, placing your hands on the thighs. We come back to our zombie arms. This time, you'll cross the left over the right. Bend the elbows. Backs of the hands may touch, or if you can get the right hand around one more time, palms can touch. Allow those fingertips to reach up towards the sky, and then begin to point the fingertips to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Start to bring the hands back in towards the face. Carefully lower away from the ceiling. Unwind. Place the hands on the thighs. Close your eyes and watch that breath flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's come to all fours, hands and knees. So I know I told you this the other day, but I'll tell you again in case there's anyone who wasn't here. As most of you know, I have some knee issues, so kneeling on a hard surface is really hard for me. So I usually have that big blue foam pad. But then I discovered that these runner rugs are the same size as a yoga mat. So it's so awesome to have my own little piece of carpet that I can carry around with me. And let's see, I don't know if it has a size on it, but it's just like a typical runner. So we come to all fours. From here, take a breath in. As you exhale, shift the hips to the heels, the chest to the thighs, coming to extended child's pose, so those elbows stay up off of the mat. As you inhale, bring yourself back up, all fours, hands and knees. So exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, up, all fours. The next time you come to all fours, pause there. You're going to start to lower the forearms to the mat. Actually, come back up real quick. Take your hands forward just a bit. Then begin to lower the forearms towards the mat. Lower the chest towards the mat. Lower the chin or the forehead, bringing yourself to puppy pose. So in this pose, try to let the chest get drawn down towards the mat. The bum is kind of sticking up. The breath is balanced. Bring yourself back up to all fours. On the next inhale, the right arm sweeps out parallel to the mat. Thumb points to the sky. Fingertips are reaching to the space in front of you. If it's okay for you, the left leg sweeps out parallel to the mat. You're reaching that left heel to the space behind you. So we're making ourselves as long as we can. Draw that navel in towards your spine. Breathe here. Lower that right hand, lower the left knee. Take a moment, shift back to child's pose. And then as you inhale, come up to all fours, hands and knees. On the next inhale, left arm sweeps out parallel to the mat. If it's okay for you, the right leg sweeps out. So draw that navel in. Reach through the fingertips, reach through the heel. Look down at your mat to keep your neck in alignment. Lower that left hand, lower the right knee, shift back to child's pose. Come back up to all fours. Take your hands forward, one hand length. Begin to lower the forearms to the mat, lower the chest, lower the chin, coming back to puppy pose. Come back up, all fours. We're going to begin to move into downward facing dog to come up to standing. So curl the toes under. Start to shift the hips towards your heels. The knees lift just a bit as you press back through those heels. So in down dog, don't worry so much about having straight legs. We're more concerned with having length in the spine. So oftentimes students will be kind of like this, like shifted forward in this sort of like hybrid down dog plank pose. But watch what happens. I'm going to bend both of my knees and then shift the hips to the back of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Notice how much length was created in the spine. And then just relax the heels towards the mat. And if the knees are still bent, that's okay. Start to walk your feet forward toward your hands, coming to Uttanasana. Forward fold, relax the head and neck here. Place the hands on your hips, press down through the feet, bring yourself up to standing. From here, we're going to take a nice big step back with the right foot. Let the right toes point out to the right slightly. You're gazing forward. As you inhale, the arms sweep up, and as you exhale, the left knee bends. So make sure that the knee is not jutting out past your ankle here for Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Bring those arms to zombie arms. Cross that left arm over the right as high as you can. Bend the elbows. If it's okay for you, you can bring that right hand around one more time. So we're going to draw the fingertips up towards the sky and then press those fingertips to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of us. Breathe here. Come up on the ball of that right foot. See if you can step forward to meet the left. Draw the hands back in towards the face. Lower the fingertips away from the ceiling. Carefully unwind. Coming to Tadasana, mountain pose. Now we'll take a nice big step back with that left foot. Toes point out slightly to the left. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, right knee bends. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Bring those arms out like a zombie. Cross the right over the left. Bend the elbows, and if you can, you'll bring that left hand around once more. Fingertips reach up towards the sky, and then press them to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Breathe here. Come up on the ball of the left foot. Step forward to meet the right. Bring those hands back in towards the face. Lower them away from the ceiling. Carefully unwind. Coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. From here, we're going to step back to downward facing dog. Take that right hand and place it between the left hand and the left foot on the mat, gazing out under the left armpit. You can stay here, or if it's okay for you, you can take that right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Remember to focus on the breath. Place that right hand back at the top of the mat. Next, take your left hand halfway between the right hand and right foot, gazing out under the right armpits. And if it's okay for you, you can take that left hand to the outside of the right ankle, deepening that twist. Extend that left arm, coming back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're going to lower the forearms to the mat. You'll walk your toes in just a little bit, coming to dolphin pose. Come back up onto those hands. Walk the feet forward, coming back to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. Bring the hands to the hips. Press down through the feet. Come up to standing. So next, we're going to take a nice wide stance on the mat. The outer edges of the feet are parallel to the outer edges of the mat. Sometimes students ask me, well, how far apart should my feet be? And that's something that you'll figure out as we move into our pose. So let's come up on the heel of the left foot. Toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of that right foot. Toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms come parallel to the mat. We're going to do that little modification to help bring some openness to the chest. So turn the palms to face the sky. You'll see that brings those shoulder blades together. So keep them together and then just turn those palms back to the ground. Gaze out over the right fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let the right knee bend. So we know our feet are the proper distance when our knee does not jut out past the ankle. Now I exaggerate this a bit because of my knee issues, and I bring my foot out just a little further, but we don't want our knee to jut out past the ankle. So when you come into the pose, if you're like this and the knee is jutting out past your ankle, you'll need to widen your stance, and that will show you how far apart the feet should be. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Keep those shoulder blades together, breath balanced. As you inhale, straighten that right leg. As you exhale, lower your arms. Feet come to parallel. They stay that same width apart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the head and neck here. Place your hands on your hips. Press down through the feet. Bring yourself up. Come up on the heel of that right foot. Toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of the left foot. Toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms come parallel to your mat. We'll make that little modification where we turn the palms to face the sky. Shoulder blades come together. We'll keep that and then just turn the palms to face the ground. Gaze out over the left fingertips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend that left knee. So my legs are the perfect distance apart because I set them up on the other side. So we're gazing out over the left fingertips, watching the breath. Warrior 2. As you inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, lower the arms, feet come to parallel. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge forward. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet to bring yourself up. You can step those feet together and come to stand at the top of the mat. As you inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Press down through the feet. Let the arms start to lift first. Once they're in line with the ears, use the core. Bring yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. We're going to move right into tree pose, Vrikshasana. So we stand in Tadasana, hands at the heart. Knees are soft. Begin to shift the weight to the left foot. Really let all of the weight sink into that foot. Become stable there. The right foot becomes light. You can press that foot against your ankle, your calf, or your upper inner thigh. You just want to skip the knee. We don't want to press the foot into the knee. So you're pushing the foot into the leg, pushing the leg into the foot. If you'd like to try something new, extend those arms out to your zombie arms. Cross the left arm over the right. Bend those elbows, and if you can, you'll bring that right hand around. Fingertips reach up towards the sky, and then you'll press those fingertips to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. For your eagle in a tree, if you can hold it. I take away my gazing point with my hands in front of my face, so that's new. Breathe here. Slowly bring those hands back in towards your face. Lower them away from the sky. Carefully unwind, bringing your arms by your sides. Hands come back together at the heart. This time, we'll shift the weight to the right foot. Left foot becomes light. You can press the foot against the ankle, calf, or upper inner thigh. You're going to push the foot into the leg, push the leg into the foot. Find your gazing point, something not moving. Extend those arms out. This time, we'll cross the right over the left, bending the elbows. Fingertips start to reach towards the sky, and then press the fingertips to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Bring the hands back in towards the face. Lower them away from the sky. Carefully unwind. You can lower your left foot, shake out those legs, and come back to the top of the mat. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. So from here, we'll step our right foot back, followed by the left coming to plank. Now remember, in plank, it is perfectly fine to lower those knees. If your knees are up, you're going to float forward to the tops of the toes, and then we'll all begin to bend those elbows, slowly lowering all the way down to the ground. Cross the forearms in front of you. Rest the forehead. Bend the knees and let the legs sway from side to side. Let the legs become still. Lower them to the mat. Bring your arms by your sides. The palms face the sky. As you inhale, the head, chest, and arms simultaneously lift up off of the mat. And then as you exhale, they lower. Inhale, head, chest, arms lift. Exhale, lower. Continue moving with your breath. So you're lifting on the inhale, resisting the urge to look forward, lowering on the exhale. So it's a nice fluid movement. The next time you lower down, you can cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead. Come back to the balanced breath. Roll over onto your back and hug the knees into the chest. So you'll hug those knees in, rock gently from side to side. Become still and lower the soles of the feet to the mat. Bring your arms by your sides, the palms face the floor. As you inhale, press down through the feet, lift the hips, and then on the exhale, you'll lower the hips. Engage the glutes, press down through the feet, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Continue moving with your breath. If you'd like, you can add the arms. So on the next inhale, as the hips lift, the arms come up overhead until the thumbs touch the floor behind you. Then as you exhale, everything comes back down together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So it's important to make sure that your neck is curving away from the floor here. We don't want that neck to be flat on your mat. Lift and lower 3 more times. When you are finished with your 3, please take your time. You can draw the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. Keep your knees drawn in, become still, and bring your arms out like a T, allowing the palms to face the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to twist to the left. So you're going to begin to tip the legs over to the left, letting that left leg come down to the ground, right leg can rest on top of it. So oftentimes I'll see students holding the feet in the air. You can let those feet just come to the ground. Your right shoulder should be rooted to the earth. If it's popping up, which is pretty common, I want you to just bend your right elbow and place the hand on the rib cage to protect your shoulder. Start to draw the knees back towards the chest. On the next exhale, you'll begin to twist to the right. So you can begin to tip the legs over to the right. Right leg comes to the mat. Left leg can rest on top of it. We want that left shoulder rooted to the earth here. If it's popping up, you'll just bend the elbow, place the hand on the rib cage. Start to draw the knees back up. Press the soles of the feet towards the sky. Breathe here. Keep the arms out like a T. You're going to lower your legs until they're about 2 inches away from the ground. Draw the knees to the chest. Press the soles of the feet towards the sky. So we lower the legs until they're about 2 inches away from the ground. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Press the soles of the feet towards the sky. And repeat. Here, it helps to keep the low back pressed into the floor, to really use the core. To make this more gentle, you could lower one leg at a time. The next time you draw the knees into the chest, you can hug the knees with the arms, rock gently from side to side. Lower the feet to the ground. You can keep the knees bent. Bring your arms by your sides. As you inhale, those arms come up overhead. As you exhale, arms come back down by your sides. You're moving with your breath at your own pace. Lower the arms by your sides. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to turn your head to look towards the left. You'll inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, turn the head to the right. Inhale back. 2 more times on each side. When you finish, you can hug those knees in once again. Press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. And then we're going to lower the legs down to the mat as the arms lower up overhead to take a nice full body stretch. We're going to transition now into Shavasana. Feel free to grab anything that you might need to be comfortable for the next 5 minutes. Once you have what you need, you can just lay down on your back. You'll bring your arms by your sides, palms face the ceiling, and the arms are just a few inches away from the body. Allow the feet to just flop open. Relax the jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. And let your eyes just rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath, becoming aware of the space around you and becoming aware of your body. You can start to make subtle movements that might feel good, like wiggling the fingers and the toes. You can rotate through the wrists and the ankles. Turn that head gently from side to side. Stretch through those arms and legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. And then roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. Keeping your eyes closed if you'd like, you can bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position, bringing the hands to the heart. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you've got anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it's between you and your God. It was never between you and them anyway. So in yoga, we learn that the way to achieve freedom is through non-attachment. And all of those things that Mother Teresa mentions, it's basically do your thing, but don't be attached to the outcome. Don't be attached to what other people think about it. So non-attachment can lead to true freedom and happiness. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Enjoy your day.